Good morning, community. Good afternoon, community. Take that breath. Take that breath. Take that breath. Inhale. Exhale. How are you? How are you? Gosh, I put Thursday tip, but didn't leave what the tip was, huh? How are you today? Hi, Crystal. How are you? I know I got your message. You're not getting my videos. I think the targeting changed. So it's now targeting for everyone when it used to be primarily for women. But we'll change that, my dear, so I can make sure I hear from you. How are you today, family? How's your world? How's your community? How's your household? How's your health? How's your heart? On some level, I guess if I had a tip for you, I'd say stay in your joy. And for some of you, that may be hard. You may not be recognizing joy right now in the midst of all of it. They may feel like you're just being bombarded day after day after day after day with something. You know, and to me, it's just an amazing time on the planet. It's like I can't even say every week. It's like every other day, there's something happening. So now we have a East Indian woman who has been nominated as the vice president. So that just, took us up again. Along with the stimulus package, along with unemployment, along with the election coming, along with schools opening and not opening, schools opening then closing, along with the health crisis and the pandemic seeming to increase, along with more parents still at home and not necessarily working yet, still at home. And I'm sure for you, as it was for me, you might think, hey, that was cute in the beginning, but it's not as cute now. It's like, when do we begin to move forward? And the biggest answer is it's up to us, because, even though I'm out here at the Rose Bowl walking, there's tons of people out here without masks. And the reality just hit me. It wasn't as clear to me before. Sorry, I'm hot. I just finished exercising. It wasn't as clear to me before, but I started getting really annoyed with my exercise mates, because I'm like, okay, if you guys are out here without a mask and I walk behind you, then I'm in all your droplets. So now it became really clear to me that we have to be more vigilant for ourselves. I get clear now that I wear my mask, not just for me, but for them too, because they're not going to. So there's just so much. I still say we are more awake than we ever have been. Now, as much as I'm excited about Kamala, America hasn't been nice to our women. They just gave they ran Michelle, oh hell, now you can't hear me. They ran Michelle through the ringer. And my question still is, what's going to keep us awake? What's going to keep us moving forward? What is it that we're going to have to do to make sure that these people who are running actually have the support in the Senate and the Congress so they can make the decisions? Otherwise, it becomes a lame duck, just like Barack Obama. There wasn't hardly anything he could do except for be a black president, which of course will go in the history books and does open the way of a legacy going forward for the future. But if she and Biden are not able to really do anything because we still don't have the Senate seats or the Congress seats, okay, well, it's great and cute and wonderful, but what? And what's going to keep us awake in the process? So those are just some thoughts to think about. But I was just sitting at home the other day and I just found myself at peace. Can you get to peace? Can you get to joy in your life, in your affairs, with your family, with your friends? Even though things may not be the way you want, clearly the world I know isn't the way you want, but can you find your piece of joy in the midst of it? And you have to look for it sometimes. It may be something that your child says to you. It may be something that, you hear on in a story. It may be a song that you hear that tickles you and reminds you of something you were doing back in high school. It may be a compliment that you get from someone and you might not have ever had one before. But I want you to look for your joy today. And look for it right there inside of you, inside your heart. Your own joy. See if you can just look around in the world where you live, in your family, your community, and find the joy. I was talking with a friend this morning. Her mother tested positive for COVID. And it was so funny because everybody in the family was like saying it was a secret, but the more people she talked to, everybody knew. that the mom had tested positive. And it was just so funny to watch them rally and be concerned and loving with their mom. She's got like more, I think 5 or 6 more days, and then she'll test again. She's self-quarantined. She doesn't have any symptoms, no cough, nothing like that. She tested positive. So there's still ways that we are coming together in closeness with those we love. And please let that be a priority. Please don't get too angry, too frustrated, too disappointed, too out there in fear that you forget those moments of true joy with those that you love. Going forward, we don't know what it's going to look like, but we may not get this precious time again. So make sure you call people, make sure you say hello. If you've been following me for a while, you know I have an incredible, wonderful, loving godfather who lives up north. And when this all started, he said it was just the shits. He says, just the shits. I've got to get to the doctor. I've got things to do. And he wanted to go buy a car. And I was like, Papa, you can't buy a car at 95. Why are you even driving? Well, I finally talked to him yesterday, and evidently he's been moved out of his facility, and they put him in a hotel for a month. And I don't know if it was an outbreak or somebody tested positive, but up until, just this last week or two, they had been doing fine. So he's doing good. He's hanging in there, and that gave me joy. So find your joy. Don't go in this, live day to day in worry and fear. Find your joy, find your love, find your yummy, find what tickles you, find what makes you laugh, and do that along with staying in your faith, along with staying close to your own heart, your own center of love, and also taking care of your health, because it's still about your health, it's still about your heart. But yeah, find some joy, because we're living life. You realize we're halfway through a year. So I don't want you to live this whole year in fear and worry and disappointment and regret. You got to get the joy in there too, the laughter, the fun. What are those things that you can do that tickle each other or tickle the kids? What are those movies that bring you a lot of laughter and joy? See, we have to make ourselves be in joy. It's not like the world's going to give it to us. What that song, the world didn't give it to me, the world can't take it away. When your joy's inside, then nobody can take it away. So find those spaces and those moments or those movies or those memories that bring you joy, and allow joy to be a part of this experience for you too. Yes, we have to go hard. Yes, we're going to have to vote. Yes, we're going to have to make sure everybody gets to the polls. Yes, we got a whole lot coming. But in this moment, on this day, find your joy. Bask in it. Live in it. Love from it. And then send that out into the world. And that's my Thursday tip. Take good care, and bye for now.